We all know that divorce can be really confusing, overwhelming, and scary. A lot of that stress comes from not knowing what the divorce process will look like. We're going to break it down for you step by step. The first thing to know is that California has a 6-month mandatory waiting period for a divorce to be finalized. The clock for this countdown starts the day the petition is served by one spouse and accepted by the other spouse. The petition is a document that tells your county and your spouse you are beginning the divorce process. But before you serve the petition, there are some things you need to do to get it recognized and processed by the court. Filling out the petition is pretty easy. Most Hello Divorce clients have it done in 15 minutes or less using our software. The petition isn't deciding anything about your divorce. It's just laying out basic information about you and what you want to negotiate in the process. Once it's filled out, you have to send it to your county of residence's family law court to have it processed and pay a filing fee. Processing can take a few days or a few weeks, and once it's processed, you'll get it back with a case number for your divorce. Then it's time to serve your spouse the petition. You can serve the petition to your spouse in one of two ways. You can serve via third party, which means anyone over the age of 18, except for you or anyone listed on the divorce forms, can hand your spouse the petition and sign a form saying they did it. Or you can serve by mail directly to your spouse. If you serve by mail, your spouse will need to sign off on a form that said they received the petition. The day a third party hands the petition to your spouse, or the day your spouse signs off on the mailed petition, is the day your 6-month waiting period starts. Okay, now you can take a breath. Your spouse has 30 days to decide if they want to respond to your petition. They aren't required to, and some spouses end up not responding. Whether or not your spouse responds, as the petitioner, you will have 60 days from serving the petition to fill out your financial disclosures and give them to your spouse. Financial disclosures are basically a list of all the assets and debts you have, whether they are joint property or not. You need to fill these out even if you don't know how you'd like to divide your property yet. If your spouse responded to your petition, or if you're in a California county that requires both spouses to do financial disclosures, your spouse will have to fill them out too. A form saying you gave your spouse the disclosures within 60 days will later get filed with the court. Last is the most important part of the divorce process, the agreement. This is where you and your spouse will outline how you want to split your assets and debts, whether or not one of you will pay financial support to the other, and how you want to split custody of the kids. California doesn't require this division to be 50-50, by the way. The courts want you both as spouses to ultimately come to an agreement that you both feel is fair. If you're having trouble coming to an agreement, a good idea would be to work with a mediator to help resolve any issues. If you can't reach an agreement, a county judge will decide for you how to split everything, which isn't a great outcome for anyone. Once your agreement is complete, signed by both of you, and submitted to the court, you're almost there. A judge will sign off on the agreement, and your divorce will be finalized on a date that is after the 6-month waiting period has passed.